53 outside. I can hear the wind whistling. That is not right. It is not 53. Something wrong with my thermometer. It's only 60 degrees indoors, and I think our furnace is about to click on. What do you think, T-Rex? Whatever. Just let me out the door. Steve? Yeah, nice to have a nice fur coat on this morning. It is the coldest so far. The heat indoors is about to click on. I had my thermostat set at 63, and that's right where we are upstairs. Steve says, come over and check this thermometer. I don't think that 53 was right. Let's go to the old school. No digital involved here. What do we have? Yeah, that is more like it. It's 42 degrees. Tomatoes literally hanging on this not in a hurry Sunday, right? I really don't have anything to do today. My favorite plan is no plan. After yesterday, incredibly rich day yesterday, it's going to be a challenging and more to edit. So where are we? We are in Weymouth, Massachusetts on the last Sunday of October, and I hear the fish are still plentiful. So fishermen continue to fish. You get the heat on in there. Well, at least you're in the sun. We are in the shade over here. Come on, Steve, let's go and hide behind the bush so it's a little less windy on our audio, which is always a challenge. We'll stand right underneath Old Glory from the northwest this morning. Anybody home in there? Good morning, everybody. Yeah, the coldest air so far. Let's start at the top. Mount Washington got down to 10 degrees earlier in the day. Wind gust last night to 91 miles an hour. 2 inches of snow on Mount Washington, where the wind is about 50 miles an hour. So early winter has returned to New England. Our October thaw is over, but just briefly. We are still in a fairly warm pattern. This is just a cold incursion that we're going to experience through Tuesday morning. How cold? It looks like about 25 degrees at 7 a.m. Orange, Massachusetts. One of the coldest spots in New England, colder than Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, thanks to some radiational cooling, where it was calm in Orange, but it was 26 mile per hour wind gusts at Provincetown as this cold air advection kicked in stronger last night. The boat slowing down right there. You gonna go fishing right there? I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure which way I want to go. That little mirage happening, that's Cape Ann, and it looks like Cape Ann is floating because light waves bend toward cold. The water is warmer than the air, and that creates that optical illusion mirage we see right there. Planes are landing toward the west, which I, of course, like because it makes it quieter at my house. There it is. There's the plane. So cold air advection. Now, we've been talking about the possibility of snow showers and snow squalls today. And I think that threat has diminished. Let's look at the surface map from Weather Prediction Center. So you see 2 blue lines offshore east of New England. Those are 2 cool or cold and colder boundaries that have come through with a high pressure off to the southwest of New England. Oh, I forgot to check for record lows in there. There might be some record lows. And then there's another front from about just north of Montreal and Quebec and across Lake Superior with an even stronger high pressure system, 1030 millibar high over Manitoba, Canada. And that front right there coming across southeastern Canada is going to come into northern New England and kind of stall this afternoon, and there will be snow with that. So here's the radar. Looks like the rain and snow mixed coming across near Lake Superior and Lake Huron, and that's going to continue to slide to the east-southeast. And now with the sun up, it's going to be warming up at lower elevations. Down here in Boston, we should get up into the 50s. But up in the sky, it's very cold, and so that's instability. And instead of snow showers, it looks like we're going to get sort of a period of snow at the tops of the mountains, where this morning, I'm sure their finger was on the trigger, but not pulling the trigger on snow guns at Superstar. I'm sure it's cold enough up there above 3,000 feet. Probably not pulling the trigger so far anyway because of the warmth that's coming in after this brief cold spell, and why waste resources if you don't think the snow is going to last. And in other news, fire danger remains high, and I'm not sure what's burning, but somewhere up there towards, that's probably Swampscott or so. Looks like we may have a fire burning. I'm not sure what kind of fire, whether it's a structure or maybe a surface fire, but fire danger is definitely elevated with this wind and the lack of rain. And there are a couple opportunities of rain in the next week. Not a lot, but a couple of small opportunities. Let's start with the precipitation forecast for today from the HRRR. We'll put it into motion. The blue lines are lines cold enough for snow. Those are thickness lines. The other lines, the black lines, those are isobars. It's windy today, gusting past 25. And then here comes the blue and the green. 1 o'clock, just a couple of snowflakes showing up and raindrops at the lowest elevations. And then 2, 3 o'clock, you don't see the blue blobs. It's more like just a blue area. So it looks more like a snow, light snow, perhaps moderate at times, instead of snow showers. And it looks like the front wants to stall, so it's not really moving south. Sunset 8, 9, 10 o'clock. Where yesterday the HRRR had that coming into southern New Hampshire. Now it just kind of puts it to sleep right there north of a line from Killington to Sunday River. So backing off on the snow shower potential, but certainly there will be instability, cumulus clouds, where it's so clear this morning. We'll have a lot of clouds starting to build in the afternoon. From Boston and points south, though, it may stay nice. Bright, that is. All right, we've got birds. You know we love birds. And I learned once why the geese fly in the V formation. I think it's to do to keep an eye on one another on the sides, but I can't remember exactly. So I love that the viewers will correct me on errors I make, which are frequent. Beautiful foliage. We're at peak foliage now from Boston and points south. And let's talk more about that potential freeze for Boston that we've been talking about. The Euro has given way to the GFS. As the GFS yesterday, I said Boston only to 40 tomorrow morning or Tuesday morning, and the Euro had us closer to freezing. Well, here's the Euro now on the Boston 5-day from weather.us. You can see all the models here at one time. I love this website. And there's the temperature in the red line and the dew point in the blue line. Note the dew point way down in the teens today, so that's one of the reasons this front's not doing so much. It's just so dry. And it's gusty today, and then tonight even colder air is coming in with a little bit more of a surge of wind overnight. And then tomorrow high pressure is going to go right over us. Temperature barely makes it to 50, if that. And Tuesday morning, that was the morning I said maybe freezing. It looks like it's getting down to about 34 now on the Euro. And then it stays pretty cool on Tuesday, and it's Tuesday night. There's a warm front, and the GFS actually prints out about 0.4 of an inch of rain with the warm front in Boston on Tuesday night. The GFS, I'm not showing because I don't really like it. And the the Euro says just a lot of clouds, and then much warmer on Wednesday and Halloween Thursday. We're going to be in the 70s to near 80 degrees. So we may have some record cold temperatures next 48 hours, then record warm temperatures in days 3 and 4, and then it will turn somewhat colder. And now let's go to the play-by-play on that using the Euro and putting it in motion. Oh, one more thing before I do that. I'm going to show this Zoom Earth satellite. Looks like now they're putting the wind barbs over the satellite imagery, and those little white marks there, along with the clouds. Makes it a little bit more confusing, but I guess it's good. And the system in northern Quebec on the upper right, responsible for pushing the colder oh, what did I just aspirate on? Fill it. I inhaled a particulate piece of matter. Continue. The satellite imagery shows that storm in northeastern Canada and the next one coming on into southwestern Canada, and the storms are lined up in the Pacific, but those storms are mostly going to just dip down briefly in the west with snow for the west, and then the primary energy is going to go across central Canada well to our north. And when those powerful Pacific storms come on shore, they bring a lot of warmth with them and push it across the nation. So other than the tallest mountains in the west, we're looking at overall a fairly warm pattern. Now we'll go to that Euro day by day, play by play. A little bit of precipitation here in the northeast this afternoon. High pressure to our south is cold. High pressure coming into the north is even colder. And the boundary is going to kind of fall apart with a clear sky tomorrow and clear radiational cooling tomorrow night. Coldest night so far for just about all of us, but at least it'll be calm on Tuesday morning with a heavy frost. Hopefully that frost misses here at my garden. I'm probably going to water it. And then just as quickly, a warm front's going to go through here, and there's that potential precipitation on Tuesday night and Wednesday, especially in northern New England. A quick 1/4 inch of rain is possible, with some dampness possible in southern New England. And then the low is going to be powerful in central Canada. It's snowing out west, and we have strong high pressure, which goes from record cold high to record warm high with winds from the west and southwest on Wednesday and Thursday. Then it's Thursday night after trick-or-treating. A front presses south with another chance of some shower activity, dampen the ground a little bit, but nothing to really make big puddles. And then that's gone. And then next weekend, Saturday, Sunday, on the cooler side, but no big shakes from coast to coast. Most of the action for snowfall. Why not show this? I'm going to call this week 2 of coast-to-coast snow in North America. Now remember, Canada counts as North America. And so there's your heavy snow, especially those San Juan Mountains in Colorado again. A little sprinkling of snow here in the Northeast, and then it's mostly across Canada once you get past, say, about Wyoming or so. So week number 2 in a row, coast-to-coast snow, and I think this is about a week ahead of last year. We started the same count. And how many weeks in a row did we end up with? I don't know, 20-something? It started at Halloween this year. Last year it started at Halloween. This year it started the week before Halloween. Okay, is that the same boat? Did you turn around? Did you forget your cell phone on the dock or your coffee? Just wanted to be in out-the-door weather and more? Speaking of being in out-the-door weather and more, it would be nearly impossible for me to include everybody I had a conversation with yesterday, not just to mention the people I was in the room with there, as Harvey Leonard emceed our Southern New England Weather Conference. Just great speakers. What an array of weather enthusiasts and meteorologists of all ages. Some of you I've known since before my career started, and that was close to 40 years ago. And some of you weren't even born, and when I was in my 3rd decade on television. But great to see everybody. I met a world champion accordion player, Cory from Rhode Island. Loves weather, and literally the world champion accordion player. So many stories I'd love to tell. And then I did make the trip, a very pretty ride, to Brewster, the farm foundation party hosted by the Eldredge family and the Rotarians. So many people I've known almost my entire life, and their kids and their kids' kids, grandpa, grandma, we're all that age now. And Dirtiest kid competition, by far one of the biggest draws. They get such a kick out of that, and just great to see old friends. Sorry I couldn't stick around and watch the evening with the band coming in, and Paul, and the Detours played after the DJs. And then I made the trip back to Weymouth. So that's started in Weymouth, went to Canton, went to Brewster, came back to Weymouth, put on a costume, and went out to dinner with fairly new friends I've only known for about 20 years. When you get married, you meet your wife's friends and family. And so all generations. Call it 6 decades of love compounded yesterday, and it would take me ages to edit this all together. So snips from each one of those. And of course, you're all my family now too, the outdoor weather and more frequent watchers. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate your patience today, as it's going to take me some time to edit this. And the comments, keep the comments coming. I'll try and answer some questions. For now, we'll just say, take it easy on your Sunday. Go Pets. Yeah, I'll watch the Patriots no matter what. Talk to you tomorrow. So you go in that door, you come over here, you say hello to Tom.
Hello,
Let's get the coffee.
Got my coffee.
And then you got an atrium inside here. Here we are in the great atrium. All kinds of meteorologists. And what's your poster board about?
I'm talking about the windstorm from last December, as this was a very bad storm and produced tremendous flooding up north. And obviously, you know Russ Murley, the company who I work for. He's the president of National Weather Forecasting now.
Welcome to the 23rd annual Southern New England Weather Conference. And in case you don't know me, I'm Charlie Orloff. This is my 25th year as Executive Director of Blue Hill Observatory. Spring. I think at 83 years old, it's probably about time that I turn the torch over to somebody else.
It's retiring.
It's been a wonderful time though here, and I've loved every minute of it. What's wrong with him? We try to watch television, news, and he keeps changing the station to get every different weather forecast. And then he does that with the radio too. Most recently, he was inducted into the prestigious Gold Circle presented by the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences, honoring 50 years of outstanding contributions. Awards for outstanding weathercasting, and he is a fellow of the American Meteorological Society, and it was awarded their prestigious Outstanding Service Award by a broadcast meteorologist. The Dean of Boston Meteorology, Harvey Leonard.
Thank you to Charlie. That was a great introduction. I wrote it and anyway, and of course, Charlie. I know that some of you are familiar with me. Some of you have forgotten me. Some of you don't know me. All of that is fine. And just in case some of you are wondering what I'm up to in my kind of mostly retired life, I am still giving talks and presentations out in the community. They could be senior centers, town libraries, a little bit of charity work. So I'm having a good time, and as long as my body holds up, I'll keep playing some tennis, spending some time with my grandkids, and my wife and I have been doing a little bit of traveling. So very fortunate. Wrong with me, they were right. And the only difference, now that I'm much older, is that, of course, it's my wife who thinks there's something wrong with me, and she's right. A special thanks, as Charlie mentioned, to Bob Thompson, Cheryl Cummings, Don McCaslin, and, of course, Charlie himself, the Blue Hill Weather Observatory, and National Weather Service Taunton for helping.
Everybody, thank you so much for having me here. So I was here last year, and Harvey, I have to say, Blizzard 78. So I am a Rhode Island native, and Blizzard of 78, that was my storm as a child that got me into weather. So here we are of how you all got here, whether enthusiasts or teachers or in the business across, there's always some event that just sparks that interest. And thunder snow, and figuring out what that was absolutely, it was like no other as a kid. And then, then we got Weather Channel, right? And when cable TV first came out, and I'm glued to it as a kid, and they thought I was weird to my family, right? So they're like, what is this?
This can be difficult to interpret. Those who are familiar, has somewhat higher resolution there, so you can really pick up, basically has 1 to 2 feet of rain forecast there. And even on the, coarser GFS, you basically can see, that's being depicted as well. So
This past winter, I think on February 13th. But before he does, to give another moment or two, there's something that I think is somewhat similar to that I experienced while I was still on the air back around 2011. And it was also in the month of February. And various forecasts, National Weather Service, TV stations, were all in the area of 6 to 12 or 5 to 10 or 4 to 8 inches of snow for the following day. Well, that day before the storm, around 4 o'clock maybe, Boston announced that they were going to shut down, close schools and close business for the next day, okay? And now the next day, the storm hits. So it wasn't especially cold out, and we did have an easterly wind in Boston, and it was snowing, occasionally mixed with some rain. It was in the mid-30s, got a little colder near the end, and Boston wound up with 1.1 inches of snow. So that then became a big story on the news, okay? So it's great, because the stations, you know, they promote all their weather teams. Great, we're accurate, all this and that, but as soon as it doesn't work, then the news part of the operation is now blasting. It seems like, you know, but anyway, but this is what I really wanted to tell you. So the next day, I'm not in the greatest of moods, and I passed by the assignment desk of the television station, just the timing of it. And as I passed by, the assignment editor says, "Oh, Harvey, someone from the Boston Herald's on the phone. Do you want to talk to them?" Okay? And I normally wouldn't do that, but I heard that the late and great Mayor Menino of Boston, had said something pretty nasty about meteorologists. So I said, okay, I'll speak to him or her, or whatever it was. And they told me what Mayor Menino said. Mayor Menino said that meteorologists are right only 10% of the time. Well, that really got to me. So I said, well, you can tell Mayor Menino that statement is wrong 100% of the time. Okay. Well, the next day in the Boston Herald, there's a picture of Mayor Menino, there's a picture of Harvey, there's his quote, there's my quote, okay? So it was kind of crazy, but, you know, so, you know, we all care so much about what we do, and of course it hurts when even with our best efforts, it doesn't work out quite the way, you know, we think. And of course, you know, for us as meteorologists, we know that the difference may seem like a lot of inches of snow, but is so small meteorologically.
What is time lapse mean?
Well, what I do with that is I make a video. I can make an hour-long video, and then I put it into my editing, and I take the hour and turn it into 60 seconds.
Right. That's what we want to do.
Well,
Not.
For our next presentation, Cheryl Cummings is kicking her shoes off and setting up the tripod to make a video of the afternoon presenters, because TK is hitting the road.
Oh, I love TK. Don't go.
Don't go.
So how do I get this guy to come down? This
All
guy
right,
here?
I will help you. It's this right here.
Point sounding from Blue Hill, which is right here. So they were enough inland that they actually were mixing out and didn't have much of an inversion. So this is an example, of course, of a higher end case.
It is hot indoors. If you're in an atrium in line for lunch at the Southern New England Weather Conference, it's sunny in. It's about, it feels like 80 degrees. Full of weather enthusiasts, meteorologists, climatologists, and one person with an accordion. First ever weather conference accompanied by an accordion.
Who's a weather nerd, by the way? Snow guy, mainly snow and
What's your name?
hurricanes. Corey.
Tim Kelly.
Tim Kelly.
Hey, Corey.
Oh my God.
Nice to meet you.
I know. Tim Kelly. And you're filming me. I should be filming you.
What is the name of the instrument you're playing?
Well, it's an electric accordion, but this is a brand new one that I'm actually repping this cup. This is the only one in the Western Hemisphere right now. So it's kind of a test run. This is a demo. Roland, the music company Roland, has come out with one 20 years ago, but Korg has decided to come in.
What brings you to the weather conference?
Well, I've known Captain Charles Arloff, as they call him, Captain Charles, for a long time. And any weather people, I'm nuts. I remember in 2015, during that amazing winter, which I will never forget every day of that, I brought Paul Cosin to the top there of the mountain. That was great. I drove Paul Cosin around New England during that 2015 season. That was amazing. And then I brought him to do an interview with TJ Del Santo, WPRI in Rhode Island. Tony Petrarca's here. I saw he's right over there.
He's in line waiting for lunch.
Yeah, there he is. Right
There he is. He's getting his lunch right
I
now.
haven't seen him in a while. He came over and said, what are you doing here? I'm a weather nut and a world accordion champion. So there you go.
World accordion
Yeah, champion.
champion. What does that mean?
Well, like any competition, like the Super Bowl. You have competitions around the world. They move every year in different countries.
And where did you last claim your championship?
Last one was in Finland, which was on national TV, because in Finland it's like a big deal, so they put it on national TV.
What an honor!
It's
to
on
meet
YouTube. You can.
I
you can see
will
it.
definitely. Along
Great
with,
to meet you.
You're going to be on my YouTube station
Oh,
tomorrow.
look at that!
I think you're
Yeah.
there today.
Let's talk Earl Barker GPS and.
Sure. It's like college at the quad. They're all eating lunch in the quad. Jerry. Oh, that was super. Triple book though. Let's go to Brewster. About 125. More and more and more. 66 degrees. Serious traffic waves on both sides. Beautiful Saturday. 2 p.m. Coming to the Sagamore Bridge. 65 degrees. Where's the cold front? Boy, we've had a lot of fronts without many clouds lately, huh? This one really takes the cake. 63 degrees. Brewster, 2:41 p.m. All right, pre-3 o'clock, third event of the day. And it's a good crowd and great weather. Hard to believe. Look at all these wood chips. Oh my goodness, this is the area we've been watching for months now, getting transformed into our own little mini Woodstock here. And there's the dirty kid pile, and it's the driest dirty kid pile in years because it hasn't rained so much.
He's all kinds of good stuff. I'm wrapping up, and I'm going to introduce my friend here. Joe Marino's going to entertain you for the next couple hours.
All right, that's it for DJ Tom Santos.
All right.
All right.
We just plugged everybody in the tent and missed it. This just by the Avery Brothers.
You know, quarter mile down the street because you're not getting in my car. My friend's daughter won it last year, and she said, "Dave, like coming out for Dave."
This is the acres that we've been working on. Up in here making videos. I picked up some sticks. This is what it transformed into. This is brought to you by the Avery Brothers. Down here that I have known since nursery school. Jeff's mom, actually before nursery school, Jeff's mom was my nursery school teacher, and she. Hi. Who's the shark boy?
Can I have a hug? Thank you.
Ethan. Say hello.
Ethan. Oh, wow, it's a helicopter.
Did we hire a aerial photographer also? It's circling right over us. Is that a shark on your face? I think I see some blueberry pie too. Oh, and Mr. and Mrs. Eldredge are here. They get front row parking. Watch out, boss.
And I did not. Have you seen Jeff?
Yes, I know exactly where he is.
Up top?
Yeah, he said come down and
Hey,
greet his
Tim.
mom. Hi, Jeffrey. Good to see you, Jeffrey.
Good to
Scott
see ya.
Davis.
How you doing?
Can you go open the door for your grandmother?
Yeah.
She doesn't want to get out?
Not yet.
Maybe later.
Maybe later.
They just came to look.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're happy to see you.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see you.
I'm happy to
Just
see
gonna
you.
come and look. No need to get out of the car. No parking unless you're the father and the mother of the host. Warren and Carla Eldredge. They've known me longer than I've known them. Since I was born in 1963. Exciting day.
Gabe, right here.
Those are all the companies that sponsored.
How's it going, Gabe?
Let's do a picture outside.
Look at all these offers. So many people donated to the live auction. Donald Peacock, Mr. Handyman, helicopter tour, sweater.
That was so cool. I went the first day. Yeah, the
Jeff Baroni and Jeff Steve. Oh darn, I can't quite see over the canopy. Dirty Kids Contest Award as the sun goes down.
Hold one moment. Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm interpreting for the crowd here. So. What's going on?
So what does it taste like, really?
Good. It tastes good.
It tastes good. In a former life, you were a worm.
Ready?
Oh, they get scrub brushes.
Dirtiest overall. All right.
And then what do you do with the dirtiest kid? Well, there's good water pressure here.
Mr. Kelly.
Parking crew needs oysters. Guys did a great job today. Not over yet, though, is it?
Oh, we still got till 5.
Getting warmed up. We're on break. So that's Timmy Brennan's dog, boss, right there.
I know you look familiar.
He's been to my bar.
So Chris's
That's Timmy's dog. He gets along the leash.
wife had a horse farm
Yeah.
on Cosmo.
Oh, Timmy's dog.
Did someone get a picture of all that?
They said, wait, let's talk.
542, 61 degrees. Route 6 Bass River Beauty. Will we make sunset in Weymouth? The math says no. It's 5 o'clock, the sun goes down pretty close to 5:45, and Weymouth is at least 45 minutes away. So, no sunset in Weymouth, but in time to put on the costumes. Norwell, almost made it. There it is. Good night, sun. Pretty. 5:55. And then there was one boat left. A clear sky and a cool night. Want to see my Halloween costume?
They showed you the. I could do something more sonically interesting, like maybe like a synth pad.
Yes.
Was a nice like wacky thing like this, like.
Very Halloween-y.
Yeah, well, you could do Halloween
Yeah, just
too.
do some
but
Halloween.
I mean, well, what's that Halloween tune that Is that the Halloween thing?
It's Halloween. There's a video I watch every year. I haven't seen it this year yet.
It's something like that. That's the theme or something. Or we can do Chopin. We could do that during 200-mile-an-hour winds. It'd be a You could do anything on here.
That's awesome. Thank you.